Welcome back to Hollywood Bulletin. Today, we cover a heartbreaking story that has left a deep silence across both Hollywood and international headlines. A story filled with strength, pain, and tragedy. On May 25th, Virginia Giuffre, the woman who bravely stood against some of the most powerful men in the world, was laid to rest in a private ceremony in Australia. She was just 41 years old. Multiple reports confirm that she was cremated during a small, intimate gathering attended only by close family and friends. Her final resting place was kept away from the media, just as her family had wished, a quiet goodbye to a woman who had lived much of her adult life in the global spotlight. Just a month earlier, on April 25th, Virginia had passed away. The cause of death was confirmed by her family: suicide. In a devastating statement shared with NBC News, her loved ones wrote, "It is with utterly broken hearts that we announce that Virginia passed away last night at her farm in Western Australia. She lost her life to suicide after being a lifelong victim of sexual abuse and sex trafficking." That statement continued, "Virginia was a fierce warrior in the fight against sexual abuse and sex trafficking. In the end, the toll of abuse is so heavy that it became unbearable for Virginia to handle its weight." Virginia Giuffre was not just a name in the news, she was a survivor, and she became a symbol of courage when she publicly accused convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein and his close associate Ghislaine Maxwell of trafficking her as a teenager. Most notably, she accused Prince Andrew, the brother of King Charles III, of sexually abusing her when she was just 17. While Prince Andrew has consistently denied any wrongdoing and has never been criminally charged, the case gained massive public attention after Virginia filed a civil lawsuit in the United States. That lawsuit was settled out of court in 2022, with the prince agreeing to an undisclosed financial payment and issuing a statement acknowledging Virginia's courage, without admitting guilt. But Virginia's fight wasn't over. In the weeks leading up to her death, she was recovering from a terrifying car crash. According to her public representative, she had been in a devastating collision involving a school bus traveling nearly 70 miles per hour. She had been given just 4 days to live after the accident and was hospitalized in Perth, Australia. Miraculously, she survived that ordeal and was released from the hospital shortly after. But just weeks later, she was gone. The timing of her death raised questions, not of conspiracy, but of unbearable mental and emotional strain. Virginia had endured trauma most people could never imagine, and she had carried the weight of that past while fighting for justice. Not just for herself, but for survivors around the world. Her story was one of resilience. Her voice gave strength to others. And while the world often viewed her as a headline or a legal figure, she was also a mother, a wife, and a woman trying to rebuild her life in the shadows of unspeakable pain. As of now, no new details have emerged about the car crash or her final days. Authorities have not released further information, and representatives for Prince Andrew and the British royal family have not publicly commented on her passing. Virginia Giuffre's name may always be associated with one of the darkest scandals in modern history, but here at Hollywood Bulletin, we remember her as more than just a headline. She was a fighter, one who, even in her final moments, reminded the world just how deep and lasting the damage of abuse can be. If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health, please reach out. You are not alone. Help is always available. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Stay with Hollywood Bulletin for more stories that go beyond the surface, because behind every name is a life, and every story deserves to be told.